Thank you for joining me for devotions here today. And all this week, we're looking at golden nuggets on how to have a better life and how to do really well. So first thing I want you to notice, a goal is a dream with a deadline. Okay, so you say, okay, I have this goal. Okay, let's say you're trying to lose weight. Let's say you're trying to build muscle. Let's say you're trying to make more money, or it's about your career. If it doesn't have a deadline, this is not a real dream. This isn't a real goal. This is like a fantasy in your mind. So whatever it is you're trying to do, you have to put dates beside the things you're trying to do. Now, look with me, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. The Lord answered me and said, I want you to write, you want them to write out the vision, make it plain upon the tablets. Back then, that's like their paper, that he may run that readeth it. So what he's saying is, I want you to write down your vision. I want you to make a plan. I want you to write the plan down. So if anybody else wants to come along and they want to do that, they can pick up what you wrote down and they can follow the plan. I can't tell you this gold nugget here, the power of your plan, the power of having a plan. It's not just good enough to have this plan in your head. I want you to write this down today. What is it you want to do? Oh, there's great power. This is when you have vision, there has to be goal setting, and you need to write it down. If you don't write it down in your mind, it's only a dream. It's just a dream. There is power when you put it down on paper. Look with me. If you don't write it down, it's only in your mind. It's nothing more than a dream. I want you to jot that down. But now let's go to Proverbs 4:26. It says, ponder the path of your feet. Then all your ways will be sure. Now, what's that mean? That means prayerfully, just everything you're doing, think about what you're doing. Plan out what you're going to do. Now, I want to let you know this is going to be perfect. In fact, I'll be the first one to tell you, there's times you just got to jump off the cliff and learn to fly on the way down. Okay, and God wants us to do that once in a while, but I'm telling you that 90% of it is not that way. You can plot it out, plan it out, write it out, and so you have a path in which you're walking on. And I also want to let you know that the path to your goal is actually more valuable than the goal. Did you hear that? The path to the goal is more valuable than the goal. When you have some really big, long, 25-year goal, and if you've ever had that, you're going to know what I'm saying here. When you finally get to the goal, you're like, I did it, I have it, I've accomplished this, you realize that the process and the journey was actually more important than the goal in which you have accomplished. So the process is, and the path is actually the prize. Now, look with me down here in Mark 9:23. Jesus said, if you can, he's talking about if you can believe, all things are possible for the one who believes. I like it, because if you can what? If you can believe. And that's very sad, because there's a lot of people that just don't believe. Now, I want to share this with you. When I went to college, and I went by faith out of state, I wrote out a plan. And God blessed that plan. When I came to Pittsburgh, I came with a plan. And God blessed the plan. So when I was 30 years old, I came up with this really big 25-year plan. And it had to do with building this church, and we didn't own the land, and what we were going to do, and purchasing all these properties around the neighborhood so we could have parking lots, and where everything came to be. Well, at that time, I needed a business, side work to support my family, and I had a plan for the business. And God blessed everything, but what I did, I wrote it down. Okay, that's showing God I believe. And God blessed what I did because of that. And I want to let you know, this golden nugget in which we're talking about here, you can't stroll to a goal. Okay, I want you to notice when he told Habakkuk, he goes, I want you to make this plan, and then I want you to run. I want you to run. So listen, today there must be action. Let's get running. Let's get moving. Remember, movement causes friction. Friction causes sparks, and sparks start fires. Let's start a fire today.